He's out of surgery now. Very disappointed, you know, obviously disappointed for himself, and we're disappointed for...
He tested positive for another, his A sample also tested positive for another drug, Ocho.
What he did now?
He had 2 drugs in his system. What you mean, what'd he do?
So he had
man, yo.
My question is this. What fighter has ever tested positive before the fight and actually fought? Has that even actually ever happened? I don't know.
From the moment surgery updates turn into failed test rumors, the energy flips instantly. What was supposed to be the biggest fight of 2026 suddenly hangs in limbo. Shock spreads before facts settle. When a main event collapses this close to fight night, it feels seismic. Fans aren't just surprised, they're blindsided. Promoters scramble while cameras keep rolling. And that raw uncertainty is what makes this opening hit so hard.
But he didn't say it. But now the time is here where he got no point but to now do it. And you know, when I beat Barboza, I ain't say nothing. You know what I mean?
From the moment surgery updates turn into failed test rumors, the energy flips instantly. What was supposed to be the biggest fight of 2026 suddenly hangs in limbo. Shock spreads before facts settle. When a main event collapses this close to fight night, it feels seismic. Fans aren't just surprised, they're blindsided. Promoters scramble while cameras keep rolling. And that raw uncertainty is what makes this opening hit so hard.
Pretty much that fight wasn't going to make any money. Didn't nobody want to see that fight. Majority of the fight fans, I would say, wants to see Shakur.
Teofimo's team stepping forward adds gasoline to an already blazing story. Public statements in moments like this aren't casual, they're strategic. Words are chosen carefully, but emotion leaks through. When a camp addresses fans directly, it signals seriousness. This isn't rumor mill chatter anymore. It's reputational warfare unfolding publicly. And once statements go live, pressure multiplies on every side.
He knows my position, but he wants this. But not the type of want that is a good want. It's the type of want that's like a man for power.
Social media erupts, and outrage becomes the loudest voice in the room. People who spent real money feel betrayed. Boxing fans are passionate, but they're also skeptical by default. Every tweet becomes an accusation. Every comment fuels suspicion. The chaos spreads faster than facts. Narratives form instantly. And in today's era, perception often hardens long before truth arrives.
The toughest test is because of all the things that Shakur has displayed amongst his other competitors that he's faced in the ring. So, I think that everyone kind of speculates that since he has a perfect record and he's barely lost any rounds, that's going to be the same.
The A sample, the B sample, suddenly the testing process becomes headline material. This isn't just gossip, it's protocol. Explaining how confirmation works brings tension into sharper focus. Because once an A sample fails, doubt plants deep roots. The B sample isn't relief, it's suspense. Waiting becomes psychological torture. And every hour without clarity stretches credibility thinner.
You know how to do it, Ocho.
Right.
You got an A sample and a B sample. It's one urine. So they test the A, but they hold on to a B.
Right.
Okay, it comes back positive. Test the B. Because, maybe it was a false positive.
So
false positive, huh? Hold on. Garcia has 10 days to request a B sample be tested.
The timeline reveals urgency behind closed doors. Emergency meetings, late-night calls, commission discussions, this is crisis mode. With only 48 hours before fight night, there's no room for quiet reflection. Every minute matters financially and reputationally. The closer you get to the event, the louder the fallout. Stakeholders scramble to contain damage. And that proximity magnifies the drama beyond control.
skillful fighters, two talented fighters, two fighters that are at a high skill level that will compete in the sweet science. I mean, Shakur showed aggression in his last fight against Cepeda.
When a commission steps in, emotion takes a backseat to authority. Pulling a fighter isn't symbolic, it's immediate and disruptive. That kind of intervention carries institutional weight. It tells everyone the situation crossed a serious threshold. Confusion spreads because clarity is limited. Fans demand answers that regulators can't instantly provide. But once officials act, consequences feel unavoidable and real.
I know how it goes down, but this one was just like, obviously then you do your research into what it is, the amount.
Tested positive for two substances, right?
Yeah, I believe that.
Speculation about the substance fuels endless debate. Was it intentional? Was it contamination? Experts remind us that strict liability governs the sport. Responsibility doesn't disappear with explanation. This gray area is where reputations either survive or shatter. Analysts dissect possibilities non-stop. And uncertainty, more than anything, keeps fans glued to the unfolding narrative.
Being elusive while being aggressive. Walking them down, fighting on the inside, boxing well, still being able to counter, still being able to control space, but also be able to go into tight quarters and not be afraid to show that he's good on the inside.
Some believe in accidental exposure, others demand zero tolerance. Boxing has a long memory with performance-enhancing controversies. Sympathy battles skepticism in real time. The sport's credibility feels fragile again. Every argument sounds convincing depending on which side you choose. Debates grow louder by the hour. And that division becomes part of the spectacle itself.
Things first is good in terms of the speed that the New York State Athletic Commission have dealt with it. Again, this is only my opinion. When you kind of accept guilt behind closed doors to do a deal, things can get wrapped up a lot quicker. I think it's a smart thing to do because I don't think they wanted to really.
Teofimo's silence speaks volumes. A deleted Instagram post can say more than a full press conference. When a fighter trains for months and loses the moment overnight, frustration is inevitable. But restraint suggests calculation. He understands the spotlight is watching his reaction too. One emotional outburst could shift perception. And how he navigates this may define him beyond the ropes.
I mean, we do this for the fans, ever since my son started this, I told him, this is entertainment, this is the entertainment business, and we here to entertain the crowd. And I think Shakur's gonna bring it, so, I'm hoping it's gonna be a great fight. I want everybody to come see it.
Shakur's legal team pushes back, emphasizing due process and the B sample. In high-stakes cases, language becomes precise and measured. They're not just defending a result, they're defending a legacy. False positives are rare, but not impossible. That slim margin keeps hope alive. Lawyers prepare for scrutiny. And every technical detail becomes critical ammunition.
Can't take anything away from it. However, scared to get hit. Scared to get knocked out in front of the world, scared to get touched up in front of the world.
Are you saying that off of the last fight or just
in general?
In general.
Tickets, pay-per-view buys, undercard purses, millions hang in balance. Refund talk spreads quickly across platforms. Promoters scramble to salvage value from a collapsing card. Replacement opponents get whispered about behind curtains. When a main event dissolves, the ripple effect hits everyone involved. Staff, sponsors, networks, all feel the shockwave. This is financial damage unfolding in real time.
There's old school and there's new school. Old school has something that had been said, they would not have allowed us to be able to come face to face. Because you don't say it to me and think I ain't finna try to tear your head off as soon as I get close to you.
Suspensions, stripped titles, heavy fines, these possibilities aren't abstract. They can permanently alter a fighter's trajectory. A single confirmed result could redefine greatness. Legacy discussions change overnight in unforgiving ways. Governing bodies weigh precedent carefully. Careers hang in balance during deliberations. And the final ruling may echo for years.
Both of them has a high level of confidence, Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson, but styles make fights. Naturally, I think Teofimo Lopez is stronger than Shakur. Naturally, I think he has more athleticism than Shakur, and he got a good IQ on the sport itself.
If results are overturned, the fight could resurface with even greater intensity. But even exoneration can't erase doubt completely. Trust, once shaken, rebuilds slowly in combat sports. The damage may linger longer than headlines suggest. Fans will remember this chapter regardless of outcome. This saga proves how fragile mega events truly are. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.